My name's Patrick Matthews. I was a very early partner in one of the businesses that the original founders established back in 1988. The company was essentially founded with three business partners, my father Jim Matthews, John Sigreaves and John Matthews, unrelated to us, and they brought on board a new pharmacist, a young upcoming pharmacist called John Thorne, and established a business and essentially a buying group. My father never ever lectured me, never told me that this is the right process or this is the way to do it. His mentoring was to actually give you the tools and the ability to figure it out for yourself.
My name's John Thorne. I am one of the original founders of the group. We employed quite a few pharmacists that we could see were going to be really great owners, but they just didn't have the facility or the money to actually go ahead with that. So we looked at ways perhaps we could help them and help them finance them into a business. John Sigreaves in particular became a great mentor for me, and I think that was really the start of it. To continue this day, we're still doing that. That's one of the biggest things about Blooms is that we want to mentor the young pharmacists into the group.
My name's Sally Whiting. I own 2 stores in Mudgee and I'm also on the board of Blooms, the Chemist Management Services. I joined the group in 2011 as a business owner with a good friend of mine, Alex, in Mudgee, and yeah, we're 10 years down the track now. When Alex and I joined, there weren't that many females before us, so it is definitely diversifying, and I think it's something that we need to foster and be mindful of and ensure that everyone's provided the same opportunities.
The growth of the network has been an organic growth based upon the people and based upon the values that we've got. We could have become much larger, much quicker, but it was much more important to get the right people and for the group to exemplify the values that we all started with. And those values then lead to behaviours, and those behaviours then actually give you a sense of culture, and they give you a real sense of belief in what you're doing.
The thing that differentiates Blooms from other pharmacy groups is our culture. It's not an easy thing to develop. You can't just write it down or make it up overnight. It takes years.
I think the attitude of people to community pharmacy has changed. They realise now we are essential to the community. The public now does know we are really a healthcare professional.
I know in our area you can wait up to a month to see a GP. Access to healthcare is more and more limited, I think, the further you move from metropolitan areas. So I see that community pharmacy is a way that people can access health advice, companionship and a whole range of other things. I think there's a lot of important qualities pharmacists can have in a community pharmacy setting. The thing that probably comes to mind first would be empathy and compassion.
You need to be able to deal with the public. You need to actually be able to accommodate all types of different people.
I think the young pharmacists we always try to push are the ones that are incredibly enthusiastic. If they've got that enthusiasm, it's something you can't teach people, and that really makes the difference. And that has been one of the strengths of our group.
We deliver within our communities. We give back to our communities. We have charity partners. We put on events and special days. You see the relationships that the customers have with the pharmacists and with the pharmacy staff. Now it's just a process of ensuring that the legacy that we've been handed continues to be handed down to future generations of pharmacists.
I could tell you that 95% of the answers we get to what do you find most enjoyable about work, the girls and the guys always write the ability to help other people in our community as the thing they find most satisfying in their jobs. You improve the wellbeing of your community just by being there and being accessible.
The hope that I have is that the network of pharmacies within Blooms continues to grow, that we retain it as a community-based full-service pharmacy model.
The future of our group, our network, is going to be right across Australia and probably 3 times more businesses.
You can see across the group so many people who are really proud of our brand and proud to be a part of it, and that's because they reflect and they are so grateful for the opportunity presented to them that they want to make sure that they can pass that on to someone else.